Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on March 22, 2023. Nowruz, Kurdish New Year 2023 celebrations, in pictures, art and design. The Guardian, a sad, subdued Nowruz for Syria's Kurds. Al Jazeera English, the day in pictures, in images, Kurdish people celebrate Nowruz in Diyarbakir, Turkey. Newly released Chinese COVID data points to infected animals in Wuhan. The Guardian, Chinese COVID data from animal market gives clues on origins of virus, scientists say. Sky News, new study reveals the COVID origins data that China suppressed. The Telegraph, was a raccoon dog the source of COVID? New York Magazine, Chinese COVID data from Wuhan market gives clues on origins, researchers say. Fox News producer accuses network lawyers of coercive coaching in Dominion case. The Guardian, a female Fox News producer's lawsuits allege systemic chauvinism. The Independent, Fox News producer alleges network coerced her into giving misleading testimony in Dominion suit. NBC News, Fox News and Dominion face off in $1.6 billion defamation fight in court. The Guardian, Fox was supposed to have fixed that. Katie Fang on new lawsuit alleging hostile work environment. Why Trump supporters are wary of joining protests he called for. BBC, far-right support for Trump protests looks disorganized on social media. Others think it's a trap. The Independent, Trump's call for protests of pending arrest splits GOP. The New York Times, law enforcement bracing for possible pro-Trump protests. MSNBC, Trump supporters plan run on banks to protest his arrest. Lives torn apart by British airstrikes in Mosul give lie to UK's perfect precision war. The Guardian, multiple civilian deaths linked to 2016-17 British airstrikes against is in Mosul. Conspiracy theorists led family to death in Switzerland. Did Trump get arrested today? The moving indictment timeline. The Independent, New York City braces for Trump indictment after ex-president urges protests. Donor. D-Trump News. CNN News 18. Who is Alvin Bragg? Manhattan DA who could charge Trump. Evening Standard. Why even Trump critics think the Stormy Daniels case is weak. Time. The first indictment. Signs. Putin has requested lethal weapons from China, NATO chief says. The Independent, China must condemn Russia's war to be serious on peace, Stoltenberg. Euronews, dear friends, Putin and Xi unify against the West, express concern over NATO presence in Asia. WIAON, FRMR, NATO Deputy Secretary General on Xi Jinping's visit to Russia. Bloomberg, NATO Chief Stoltenberg warns China against delivering arms to Russia. New giant trapdoor spider discovered in Australia, it's a big, beautiful species. Sky News, new species of rare gigantic trapdoor spider found in Australia, pics go viral. NDTV, new species of giant spider discovered hiding underground in Australia, experts say. Oh good lord, Fox News host stunned as Trump launches lewd attack on DeSantis over indictment. The Independent, Ron DeSantis sharpens attacks on Trump's daily drama. BBC, Trump launches furious lewd, homophobic attack on DeSantis as Florida governor muted on indictment. The Independent, Trump's stormy weather could be DeSantis' ray of sunshine. Bloomberg, Ron DeSantis doesn't know what Trump's nickname means, but he likes it. Ban lifted on Israelis' return to evacuated West Bank settlements. BBC, U.S. says it is extremely troubled by new Israeli settlements law. Al Jazeera English, Israel, far-right coalition passes law to re-establish abandoned settlements. Middle East Eye, West Bank settlers win Israel parliament vote. Al Monitor, Israel repeals law that ordered dismantling of 4 West Bank settlements. Special counsel prosecutors think Trump deliberately misled his lawyers over missing papers, report says. The Independent, sources, special counsel claims Trump deliberately misled his attorneys about classified documents, judge wrote. ABC News, Trump challenge prompts stay of order on lawyer's testimony. The Wall Street Journal, Justice Department convinces federal judge Trump used his attorney in furtherance of a crime in classified docs probe. UK defence spending as share of GDP falls despite Russia's war in Ukraine. Sky News, NATO members urged to bolster defence spending in a more dangerous world. The Telegraph, is there a war on? Big EU powers still short of NATO spending targets. Politico Europe, 7 out of 30 allies met NATO military spending target in 2022, says Stoltenberg. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, NATO releases annual report amid ongoing war in Ukraine. UK GPs have the highest stress levels, finds survey of 10 countries' doctors. The Guardian, GPs in the UK have higher stress levels than medics in other countries. I thought I was dead. Virginia teacher shot by 6-year-old speaks out. BBC, Virginia teacher shot by 6-year-old boy says, I thought I was dead. Evening Standard, Abigail Sverner, teacher shot by pupil, 6, describes exhausting recovery in first interview. Sky News, teacher shot by 6-year-old student relives what happened. Mugshot, fingerprints, handcuffs. What is the process for indicting Donald Trump on criminal charges? The Independent, police surround NY courthouse, DC Capitol in case of Trump arrest. BBC, opinion, make no mistake, the investigation of Donald Trump and the Stormy Daniels scheme is serious. Ukraine to clinch first IMF loan to nation at war. BBC, Russia-Ukraine war live. IMF and Ukraine agree $15 billion funding deal. US rejects China's impartiality claim. The Guardian, live news updates from March 21. Putin praises China's peace plan, Credit Suisse bonuses held back. Financial Times, Ukraine clinches $15.6 billion IMF loan, a first for nation at war. Bloomberg, IMF staff reaches agreement with Ukraine for $15.60 BLN program. Gwyneth Paltrow ski crash trial, US star accused of slamming into fellow skier very hard before bolting. Sky News, reckless Gwyneth Paltrow caused Utah ski crash, lawyers say. BBC, Gwyneth Paltrow appears in court over 2016 ski crash. Inside Edition, Gwyneth Paltrow trial, actor thought skier was attacking her when they collided at Deer Valley, lawyer argues. Salt Lake Tribune, Gwyneth Paltrow ski crash, is there GoPro video? Huge earthquake hits Afghanistan as tremors felt in India and Pakistan. The Independent, earthquake hits Pakistan and Afghanistan leaving at least 11 dead. The Guardian, death toll rises after earthquake hits Afghanistan, Pakistan. Al Jazeera English, earthquake of magnitude 6.6 shakes Afghanistan, strong tremors in northern India, Pakistan. India Today, watch. A Pakistani news anchor keeps calm even as earthquake shakes the entire studio. Putin welcomes China's controversial proposals for peace in Ukraine. The Guardian, Putin, China plan could end war, but Ukraine and West not ready for peace. BBC, Russia's President Putin to listen to China's peace plan to end war in Ukraine, BBC News. BBC News, Zelensky will soon expose China and Russia's phony peace talks for what they really are. iNews, Putin and Xi must be taught the lessons Hitler and Mussolini learned the hard way. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.